Welcome back, everyone. I am absolutely pumped to have you here for this explainer because, well, we're looking at something that has literally caused a tactical and historical rupture in global sports. We are, of course, talking about the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now, if you've been following the tournament, and I know you have, you already know this year feels completely different. The stakes are way higher, the stage is massively wider, and honestly, the logistical marathon of this whole new format, it's thrown traditional game plans straight out the window. So let's just jump right into the numbers driving this event. Okay, let's dive into this number right here. 48. 48 national teams kicked off this unprecedented group stage. And look, bringing 48 teams to the global stage means we aren't just seeing the usual suspects anymore, right? We're seeing wildcard play styles that the established teams simply couldn't scout for. It is an absolute endurance test and a competitive leap that instantly set the tone for a tournament where, quite literally, anything could happen. Section 1. A historic new format. Canada, Mexico, and the United States, we're talking about a vast, continent-spanning scale here, hosted across 3 distinct North American nations. I mean, this isn't just one country opening its doors, it is an entire continent coming together to host the world. And the sheer mileage these teams have to travel, it's staggering. Just imagine the physiological nightmare for players, right? Trying to recover while jumping from freezing altitudes in one region to sweltering sea-level humidity in another just a few days later. It really is a sprawling, spectacular backdrop for all the drama we've seen. And because of that 4018 field, we've arrived at a brand new historical milestone for the sport, the first ever round of 32. Successfully completing the group stage has propelled the tournament into this massive extended knockout bracket, and that fundamentally changed the math of the entire tournament. Teams realized super early on that they just needed to survive the group to reach this ultimate knockout gauntlet. What does that mean for us? More sudden death matches, definitely more opportunities for heartbreak, and way more chances for absolute glory. Part 2, goals and thrilling upsets. Which leads us to the ultimate question that was on literally every fan's mind before a single ball was even kicked. Did this massive expansion actually deliver? You know, there were whispers. People were wondering if more teams would mean a dilution of quality, or if the expanded format would just lead to overly cautious, boring defensive play. So, did the grand experiment work? The answer is a resounding, definitive yes, and it starts right here with a record number of goals. We've witnessed unprecedented scoring and offensive action. Honestly, the fear of early elimination under this new math seemingly forced teams to abandon any thoughts of just parking the bus. Actually, scratch that. It completely destroyed that strategy. The expanded format unlocked this relentless attacking mentality across the board, giving fans exactly what we want to see, the ball hitting the back of the net over and over again. But you know, it's not just the volume of goals. It's who is scoring them and who they're beating. We have seen thrilling, earth-shattering upsets that have totally defied global expectations. The traditional hierarchy of international football has just been turned completely upside down. And it's led to this kind of hilarious collective panic among some of the oldest footballing nations. Teams that were fully expected to just cruise through the group stages have found themselves outplayed, out-hustled, and outscored by opponents literally no one saw coming. And the craziest part? These incredible upsets aren't just isolated fluke matches, not at all. They've resulted in smaller, unexpected nations securing their unlikely spots in the knockout stage. Underdog teams are advancing, proving that the gap between the established giants and the rest of the world is rapidly closing. There is a genuine magic to this tournament right now. The dream is fiercely alive for nations that are finally seizing their moment in the global spotlight. Section 3, Powerhouses versus Shock Exits. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the contrast. Just look at the survivors. Brazil, Argentina, England. They weathered the storm and proved exactly why they are historic footballing royalty. But then, look at the casualties. Germany and the Netherlands. 2 absolute titans of the sport, right? Nations with incredibly rich footballing heritages sent packing early. It just goes to show pedigree alone is no longer enough to guarantee survival. The expanded field has brought a level of danger that even the greatest footballing nations cannot ignore. Section 4. A highly competitive tournament. You know, this quote perfectly summarizes the global consensus of fans worldwide. Despite all those initial uncertainties about the 48-team expansion, the verdict is incredibly clear. We are watching one of the most competitive and entertaining World Cups in history so far. The sheer unpredictability, the record-breaking goals, the epic rise of the underdogs and the shocking fall of those giants, it all proves that when you widen the stage, you invite unmatched drama. Which brings us to the edge of our seats as we look ahead. We've seen the 48 teams battle it out. We've seen records broken and giants fall. So I have to leave you with this. With the underdogs rising and momentum shifting every single day, who will ultimately conquer the first ever round of 32? The stage is set across North America, the rules of the game have been completely rewritten, and history is just waiting to be crowned. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep your eyes on the pitch and definitely enjoy the rest of this unforgettable tournament.